Hello, my fellow Blockhead beauties. It's your girl, that Wahlburgers Chick, on another episode of A Day in the Life of a Blockhead, but it's a staff segment, so we're going to highlight Sam. Sam is from Jersey. Hey,
Woohoo!
say
Jersey
hi,
House.
everybody. Hell yeah. So now, of course, we want the viewers to get to know our staff. So we want to know, how old were you when you first discovered New Kids, and what was the song that did it for you?
I would say it was 1988, and of course, Please Don't Go Girl. I mean, come on. Who hasn't? What?
I know.
Who hasn't had that song suck them in?
Oh yeah, that did it for me. That did it for me. So then, who's your favorite New Kid?
Well, back in the day, it was Jordan and Joey. But now my heart belongs to Joey, of course. He is those blue eyes. I even named my cat after him. So.
Oh no! Yes, those blue eyes, they reel you in.
Oh my goodness!
And that little voice, and it's just like,
Sing to me.
I totally get it. So now, when you was younger, right? Did you do what most of us do? Did you plaster your walls with like New Kids pictures and stuff like that?
Oh yes, and I'm happy to say my mom was an enabler. My mom was the one that, I don't know if she did it because she just didn't want it messy, like a 12-year-old would do it, or that she really cared. I know she cared, but she's the one that actually put it on my wall, so it looks nice.
Yes.
But yeah, my whole small room was covered in New Kids and Jordan and Joey, and yeah, I had the sheets. I had two extra sheets or two extra quilts that I had. Of course, I had one on my bed. Mm-hmm. Then my mom, the amazing mother that she is, had the idea of putting the other comforter on my wall.
Yes.
So it looked really cool.
Go, Mom. We love you, Mom. That's awesome. Yes. Do you have pictures?
I do. I actually have one right here. That's actually the wall right there of the quilt. And that's my mom.
Damn. So, go, Mom. Go, Mom. Go, Mom. Go, Mom. We love you, Mom. That's awesome. Yeah. See, I love that. I love that. So then tell me, were you able to actually see them in concert back in the day?
I did. I saw them twice, I believe. And I have a couple stories of the first concert.
Yeah, tell us.
Okay. So the first concert, I believe, was a Hang 'n Tough tour. And it was the arena, it was a Meadowlands Arena here in Jersey. And I guess it was 1989, 90, somewhere. I'm not really sure. I know my Blockhead card should be taken away right now, but yeah, so my mom and my stepdad got married in October of 89. So it must have been 90. And so at the concert, it was me, my mom, my stepdad, my cousin, and my best friend at the time. And I've known my stepdad maybe a hot minute at the time. So all I remember is walking up the stairs outside the arena, and my stepdad yelling, "There's a new kid."
What?
All you see are these 11 and 12-year-old girls going, where? I to this day, I don't let him live it down. Yes. It was quite, and of course I'm like, no. But so that was that. And then we got in, and I actually have two other stories. We got in, and behind us there were all these girls that were hanging around the seats behind us. And like, I just cared about New Kids. Like, I didn't care what was going on behind me. And my mom must have asked someone who that was. And she told me, and she said it was Danny's mom. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. So my mom's like, I'm going to ask her for an autograph for you. I'm like, Mom, no, you don't have to. She did. And she handed Mrs. Wood the program, and she signed it. And I don't have it with me, but I still have that.
Yeah.
So and I actually was able to tell Danny that. And I think that made him happy. So I was excited that I was finally able to tell Danny that. Mm-hmm. And then leaving, we left a little early. We left during Hanging Tough, and we were kind of by the stage, on the side of the stage, in the lower, like the lower half. And they must have seen us leave or something, because I don't know if they saw us, but all of a sudden I hear Joey saying, "Hey, where you going?" I turned to my cousin, who was like 2 years younger than me. I said, "Was he talking about us?" And she's like, "Yes, I think so."
Oh my God.
I don't know if he was, but I like to think he was.
Yeah, he was, girl. He was. He was. Oh my God, that's awesome.
So that concert, and then I went to the Summer Magic show at the old Giant Stadium, and we were right on the floor. And I remember they were singing Tonight, and it started pouring. And of course, in amazing New Kid style, they just kept on going. And the show was amazing. And a couple years later, I remember my mom and I were talking about the show, and she goes, she said that she was thinking about what would happen if it was started thundering lightning, because we were all in the open area. And she's like, I would have stayed put. And I'm in my young self, I'm like, maybe the New Kids would have come out then and saw us. But that was my
your hopefulness.
Young self.
Yeah, your hopefulness.
Of course, it just rained, but yeah.
That is amazing. So you got to go to multiple concerts when you was younger, which is amazing. You got to see the guys. Awesome. And then you had did you like bedazzle your clothes or write on your clothes? I love NKOTB, all that stuff we did in the 80s.
I should have probably had a picture of it, but there's a picture of me with, I don't know if you remember, they are hot. So they're white shorts, but there's the New Kids image and all the signatures on it, and like neon colors. Mm-hmm. So there's a picture of me with those, the New Kids fanny pack, and a Jordan shirt. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you, I thought I was a hot little thing. I look at it now, I'm like, oh my God, how did my mom make me walk out looking like that? Like, why? Why would you make me walk out looking like that?
You know what? As a mother, I'll tell you why. Because she saw how happy you were. You're a grown-ass woman right now, and you're glowing. So I could totally imagine how you was back then. So I'd be like, go ahead, boo-boo. Who cares what people think? Go ahead and have that fun. Like, it's amazing. That is so awesome. Crazy. So then now, like, you were able to share some of those memories. You were able to meet other Blockheads, which wasn't even like a term back then, I'm not sure. And then now it's 94 and the guys break up. How did that make you feel?
So I would say that I started changing my mind about them, and I would say my switch from 6th to 7th grade, and that was like 92-ish. So that's when I kind of started falling out of love with them, I guess, if you want to call it. Mm-hmm. 94, I remember my mom coming, again, my mom's in a lot of these stories.
Yeah.
Coming into me, and she goes, "Oh, New Kids have a new album out." And I said, "Yeah." I'm like, "I don't care. They abandoned their younger fans." I felt so abandoned by them that I just didn't. It didn't register. Like, it just didn't. I was in high school, and I was doing my own thing. Mm-hmm. So by that time, I was onto my own life. So that didn't really have like that big of an effect on me.
Right.
Because I kind of just like going into junior high, I kind of just started doing my own thing.
Okay, so then were you interested when 99 came out and Jordan and Joey and them did, you know, because it was your boy, and he came out with a with a
So
solo?
yeah, so I am not ashamed to admit I loved TRL, Total Request Live.
Yeah, me too.
And to the point where, because I was in college at the time, to the point where I rearranged my schedule around TRL.
Mm-hmm.
So, and when I did see Joey and Jordan, I did get a little of that feeling back.
Yeah.
It was weird seeing them grown up and doing their own thing, but it was nice to see it and know that they're still around and seem good.
Yeah.
And I actually did go out and buy Stay the Same when it came out. So, yeah.
And did you get that little giddy feeling like, oh my God, it's him, the kids?
Yes. I even voted a couple of times on TRL.
I did too. Right? So then now we rewind. Well, now we go forward a little bit, and it is 2008. The guys have a huge announcement. Where were you when you heard the announcement? Did you even know about it?
So at the time, I worked at a radio station. I was a receptionist at a local radio station near me, and of course, being a radio station, they were getting all the info, and I heard about it, and I'm like, oh, like that's cool. Like I liked them back in the day, and I heard that they were on the Today Show, and I did watch the Today Show. I think I don't know if VCRs were still back then. I DVR'd it or whatever the term was back then. I did it, and yeah, I was excited, but I was still kind of like doing my own thing.
Right.
And of course, when the tickets came out, I got tickets to the Madison Square Garden show in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And they probably have been my worst seats. I've never, and they weren't really bad, but they weren't good. But I'm never going back to those seats again. And so as summertime came on, and I was, the block came out, I started kind of like saying, okay, like they're kind of cool again. Like I can dig them. Mm-hmm. So I actually ended up buying another ticket for their show in New Jersey at the same arena that I saw the Hanging Tough tour in, which was, talk about wow, a deja vu moment.
Yeah, everything coming back. Yeah, history repeating itself. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I actually went by myself, and I was 5th row centered, I think. And I remember thinking, because I didn't know any of the Blockheads. I mean, it was the first concert back in the US. And I remember thinking how much I wish my best friend, who was a New Kids fan back when we were kids, was with me. We could experience this together.
Right.
But it was cool because I was able to meet the girl next to me, was by herself too, and she had a Donnie doll with her. So we bonded, and we're still friends now. So it was just really cool.
Yeah, do that.
But so obviously after that one, I went to the one at Madison Square Garden, and I bought another ticket for Philadelphia, and I've just been hooked. So they got me.
You tried. You was like, I kind of outgrew them or whatever, but then they reeled you back in.
Right? What is it with them? I mean, geez.
They're amazing. Duh. That is so awesome. So then, okay, have you been fortunate enough to be able to experience a cruise or anything like that?
I have.
Oh, girl, you gotta tell us. Okay, so for my blockheads that have not been on a cruise, describe it. Describe the moment you got the tickets, the preparation, and then when you set your first foot on the boat.
I gotta say, I've been on 7 cruises.
Oh wow.
And last year would have been my 8th cruise. But my first cruise, I didn't know anybody. I kind of knew a couple of people, but when we booked, I didn't really know anybody. So I had the match program, and I was fortunate enough to meet a really cool blockhead. But then I was able to meet other blockheads. We bonded and we became friends. But yeah, the ticket. It was my first cruise was 2010, so it was the second one. I really didn't know what to expect. I think I actually bought the tickets while I was at work still. At the front desk at the radio station.
Right.
And I may have screamed after I got the confirmation. But yeah, so I didn't really know what to expect. And I would have to say that was the first time I traveled by myself. I mean, I was 31. Yeah, and it was the first time I was traveled by myself. So I was learning how to travel, and then just getting on the boat and walking out on the Lido deck, getting on and just seeing. No one really had. I don't know if anyone had flags back then, but it wasn't as the flags and the signs weren't as prominent as they are now.
Right. Well, it was the first one, so nobody knew what to expect. Everybody
exactly.
Trial and error.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But walking on the Lido deck and seeing the banner and the picture, and on the big screen, the logo for the cruise was just amazing. And that first night, because we were on the Imagination, which was a smaller boat, so there weren't as many people. But walking on that Lido deck that first night was just amazing. And to see every single person on that boat on the Lido deck, a blockhead, and I'm not even going to say fan, I'm going to say a blockhead, was just amazing. It was just, I don't know, it was just, and then I was fortunate enough, to go on other cruises and meet other people. And I remember that I was like, you know what, I just need to go on one cruise and have one and done. And I remember the last day, the morning of deportation, I called my stepdad up, and he goes, "Oh, how was it?" I said, "Oh my God." And I was crying and I was exhausted. And I said, "It was amazing." And he goes, "Well, are you going to go on another one?" I said, yeah. Little did I know, 10 years later.
I know. Oh my God. So then you were able to go on multiple ones. So tell the fans that haven't been on it, like, what goes on these cruises. You don't have to get cruise specific, but just like what goes on.
It's
like the theme nights and stuff.
Yeah, the theme nights, I would say the first night, when everyone is, first of all, awake and not exhausted, and the last night for GPS are the 2 most amazing nights. The love on GPS night, I mean, every night is love, but the love on GPS night, and the emotion that goes on that night, it's indescribable, and it's so amazing. And it shows the love and the connection of the blockheads and the guys. Again, I'm not using the word fan, I'm using blockheads, because there's a difference. And and if you're not in this little family, you still don't get it. You look at those videos and those pictures and are like, oh my God, these women are in their 30s and 40s. What are they doing? They should be home. Why are they up all night with this boy band, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's amazing. And you know, during the day if it's day at sea, it's very chill. Everyone's at the pool or you know, on the Lido deck. Half Moon Cay, I absolutely love Half Moon Cay. You know, it's beautiful, it's fun.
You
The
get
water,
yeah, you get to relax. You get to maybe
yeah,
get some run-ins with the guys, right?
yeah. Play games with them. They've done little concerts in the past. They played games,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a fun time.
So have you learned, since you've been on multiple ones, have you learned to now you know what to expect, so you prepare better, right?
Yes,
These theme nights, for those that don't know, you actually dress up for the theme, you know, and
yes,
they set the party mood on every single one of them.
yes,
So
they do.
yeah, so that you can party. GPS night, Donnie's up until we hit wherever we supposed to go back to. I can't keep up. I'm tired,
Yeah,
but
I know.
I don't know how he does it. But you have all these fun experiences with all these beautiful blockheads. You make run-ins with the guys, all the door decorations.
Yes.
Amazing. People are so talented. I've looked at some of the doors like, damn, why didn't I think of that? That is awesome.
I'm not talented enough to do the doors. So I do a couple of pictures. I tried it one year,
Yeah.
but I mean, it wasn't really great. But yeah, the theme nights with these amazing outfits that these blockheads make are
Mm-hmm.
just unbelievable. And the time and the effort, it's just amazing.
Yeah, I've seen some real cool ones. I'm like, girl,
Yeah.
go ahead. That look good.
The creativity is just amazing.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Yes.
Okay, so then now we want to know, all this love going on for these guys is what led you to NK Airplay Radio. Tell us about that, when you found out about that.
So I am actually an OG DJ. NK Airplay, I believe, was founded in 09, 08. I think it was 09. I came on in 2010. So I guess that was around the time that Donnie came on Twitter, like the year before, and everyone was moving from Ning to Twitter. And I think I just happened to see a retweet from someone or a like, NK Airplay posted, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna look at that. And I did more research, and then I was like, oh, all right, we'll follow them. Like, they seem really cool. And then they put out that they were looking for DJs, and I go, that's even more fun. Like, I'm in radio, I can add the music, I can figure this out.
Mm-hmm.
And I put my application in, and I've been a part of it since the beginning, which is amazing. I love being part of NK Airplay, and it being the original, I think, source of new kids from when they returned, I think, is really cool.
Right, so then all these years later, you're still here, you're still with NK Airplay
Yep,
Radio.
love it.
Yes, I know. It's amazing. Thank you. So now let everyone know who you are, how they can catch you. Tell everybody, plug your stuff, girl.
All right, so I am DJ Sam Mack. You can catch me on NK Airplay Saturdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. I call my show, it's a mutt of a show. I play random songs, whatever I feel like. I could do boy bands one song, and Bon Jovi another song, and crisscross in between, So yeah. So I play what I like. Hopefully you guys like it too.
Awesome. So now I say this in every show, right? We are not affiliated with the guys at all. We are not affiliated with Wahlburgers or anything like that. However, should the guys see this video, what's the message you would like to leave them?
I just want to say thank you. I've been able to meet some amazing people that I am so honored and blessed to call my friends, and travel to places that I would never even really thought of. Just thank you and love you.
Yes, girl. So for my other blockheads, when you see this show, you want to come on the show, you want to tell your story, even if you think you don't have a story. If you love the guys, you have a story, okay?
Yes.
So come on, share your story with us. We would love to play it. It's your girl, that Wahlburgers Chick from NK Airplay Radio. And of course, as always, stay safe, stay humble, and as always, stay fabulous. Fabulous.
Fabulous.
Yes. I love you all. Goodbye.
Bye.